Woodwalkers 2024 dares to ask what happens when the world instincts of nature collide with the fragile rules of humanity, pulling viewers into a world where identity is both a gift and curse. This fantasy adventure could be the next big must-watch for fans of magical coming-of-age tale, but does it truly live up to its potential with shapeshifters and secret schools and a hero turn between two worlds? Woodwalkers 2024 promises thrills and hearts in equal measure, but will its subtly bending frames be enough to leave audience and enchanted, or will it fade into the shadows of other fantasy hate? Woodwalkers 2024 is directed by Damian Harper, best known for his work on social-driven dramas. Now stepping into the realm of fantasy and adventure, the film ran for 1 hour and 43 minutes and belonged to the young adult fantasy genre, blending elements of a magical realism with a coming-of-age narrative. This story is adapted for Katja Brandis' best-selling German book series, which has garnered a strong following among younger readers and fantasy enthusiasts alike. The cast is led by Emile Chérif and as a carrier, the boy caught between two worlds alongside Lily Flock and Oliver Masucci in key roles. Their performances are central to bringing the shape-shifting characters to life, grounding the fantastical element with emotional depth. Notable crew members include cinematographer Raphael Sturmer, who brings the natural landscape into vivid focus, and composer J. Kibelia, whose score is expected to enhance both the wonder and attention to the story. As an adaptation, World War 2024 serves as the first cinematic entry into the popular book series, opening the door of potential sequels if it proves successful. The novel have been praised for their imaginative world-building and relatable characters, and fans have been eager to see how these elements would translate to the big screen. This makes the film not only an introduction to a magical universe, but also a test of fidelity to the beloved source material. Before it released, expectations were high, especially among the existing fan base of the book, who hope for a faithful and visually striking adaptation. The fantasy adventure genre has seen strong competition in recent years, so Woodwalkers entered 3 years with the challenges of standing out while capturing the essence of what made the novel so compelling. The buzz suggested that if executed well, the film could become a new staple for younger adult fantasy love. Carag is not like other teenagers. On the outside, he looks human, but inside he carries the spirit of a mountain lion, living between two identities. He struggles to find where he truly belongs. His life changes when he discovers Clearwater High, a secret boarding school for shapeshifters. Here, students learn to balance their human and animal side for the first time. Carag feels less alone at Clearwater. He meets new friends who understand his hidden world. He also encounters vital how challenges his place among them. This court becomes both a safe haven and a battlefield of trust and loyalty. As Carag learns to control his power, he realizes dangers lot beyond the school wall. The balance between the human world and the world is fragile, and his choices could shape both a story and passing. Woodwalkers 2024 built its story on the familiar yet engaging foundation of a young hero caught between two worlds. The adaptation of Katja Brandis' novel focuses on Carag's journeys as he navigates his dual identity as both human and mountain lion, making the story intensity relatable to viewers who have felt like outside themselves. The narrative is compelling in the way it blends the magical with the everyday, allowing audience to invest not only in the fantasy machiness of shapeshifter but also in the emotional stake of friendship, loyalty, and belonging. While some elements feel predictable to those familiar with the genre, this story holds enough heart to keep it meaningful in terms of pacing. The film finds a balance between quieter moments of self-discovery and the more energetic beats of school life and conflict. The runtime of 1 hour and 24 minutes was and in its favor, never ever stinging its welcome. The early setup moves quickly enough to pull viewers in, while middle portion maintain interest through interpersonal dynamic and small viewers between the shapeshifter world. Thus, these are stitched where the film leans heavily into exploitations. The tension of looming threat keeps the audience engaged. The result is a flow that feels approachable for younger audiences while still satisfying for fantasy fans. B. Performances and character actor. Emile Chérif deliver a strong and honor performances as Carag, grounding the fantastical promise in genuine human emotion. His portrayal of boy torn between two worlds feel between believable, particularly in scenes where his vulnerability shines through. Lily Falk adds warmth and energy, offering up performances that complement Ari's seriousness and help balance the tone. Oliver Masucci stands out in a supporting role, providing gravity and a sense of authority that achieve this full setting. Correctly, the cast ensured that even when the story learned into fantasy tropes, the emotional reality of the characters holds settled. Character development is one of the film's strong. Carag's struggle with identity is handled with care, giving the audience a prudence where is loyal and empathic. His friendship and rivalries feel authentic, reflecting and dramatic of any real-life adolescent community. Some side characters remain underdeveloped, which is performers are the product of adapting a dense novel into a single film. However, the key relationship carry enough weight to keep the emotional arc clear and satisfying. See visual and cinematography. Visually, Woodwalkers great use of natural landscape, capturing forest, mountain, and open skies in a way that immerses that viewers in its magical world. Cinematographer relieves Stammer learn into a color palette dominated by earthy greens, brown and gold, reflecting the connection between the characters and the natural environment. This choice grounds the fantasy in release, ensuring that the magic feels like an extension of the world we already know. The camera work often lingers on wide, sweeping shots on nature, creating a sense of wonder and scale. Some of the most memorable visual movements come in the transformation themselves. While not always groundbreaking in terms of visual effect, the sequences are handled with steering and focus on characters' action as much as expectations. The set designs of clearwater high stress and balance between the mystical and the familiar, with classroom and common spaces designed to feel both magical and practical. Altogether, the cinematography spotted the tone of the film, delivering an visually cohesive experience. The sound and music. The score by Joachim Lea provide a stable but effective backdrop, blending gestural swells with lighter motifs that capture both the tension and the wonder of the story. The music never overpowers the scene, instead enhancing the emotional beats and guiding the audience through the character's journey. In particular, the score shines during moments of transformation and confrontation, underscoring the state without restoring to excess. The soundtrack is not one that lingers as a collection of iconic themes, but it does its job in reinforcing mood and atmosphere. Sound design is another area with the film success. The natural world is brought of life with carefully layered sound of wind, leaves, and animal calls, immersing the viewer in environment. Transformation are marked by subtle sound cues that make the changes feel tactile and visual. Even small details like the echo of footsteps in the school or the rustle of fur against fabric contributed to a sense of realism. Together, the sound and music elevate the fantasy, grounding its sensory detail, theme, and emotional impact. At its core, Woodwalk is a story between about identity, belonging, and the struggle to recall different parts of oneself. Carag's dual actants as human and mountain lion serves as a metaphor of adolescence where individuals are constantly regretting how they are where they fit. Theme of loyalty, trust, and expect weave throughout the film, giving an emotional resonance that extends beyond a fantasy. Tripping these themes are not present with heavy-handedness without the relationships correct from and the choices he faced. The emotional impact lingered more strongly in the way the film connected with viewers, however felt like outside. The sense of community Carag discovered at Clearwater High Memoir, the genre many years people says got out is finding their place. Well, the film does not break new ground in theme of them. It sanitary ensures that the message resonates for younger audience especially. The film can serve both an entertaining adventure and a gentle reflections on growing up. Unique observation and one of the most interesting aspects of Woodwalkers 2024 lies in its adaptation process. Translating Katja brandis popular German book series to film was a significant challenge, particularly given the world building of the novel. The production leaned heavily on practical location shooting to keep the magical element grounded, which set it apart from other fantasy films that rely more heavily digital effects. This choice gives the film a theatrical quality, helping it feel both magical and authentic. In comparison of similar film. Woodwalkers shares DNA with stories like Harry Potter and Anne Frank, yet it maintains its own identity through its focus on nature and animal instinct. Personally, the film left a lasting impression in its quieter, more reflective moment rather than a spectacle. Watching Kier wrestle with how he has felt emotionally genuine, and it reminded me of a best aspect of coming of age storytelling. While not perfect, the film managed to crave out its own space in the crowded fantasy landscape. Woodwalkers 2024 is a must-watch for fans of young adult fantasy, offering a heartfelt blend of adventure, identity, and magic that resonates with its intended audience, with strong performances, immersive visual, and theme of belonging that strike an emotional chord. The film delivered on both entertainment and meaning. While not groundbreaking, it captured the subtle of Cordy Brandis' beloved novel and translated them into a cinematic experience that feels both accessible and engaging. On balance, earned a solid 8 of 10 stars. This movie will appeal most of teenagers, young adults, and families who enjoy fantasy stories set in school with relatable characters and heartfelt themes. Those who love series like Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, or unknown for will likely find much to enjoy here. However, viewers seeking darker, more complex fantasy world of high-budget spectacles may find it too light and predictable. It is best suitable of audience who value character-delivered storyline and the wonder of discovering one place in the world. So it Woodwalker 2024 worth watching or not? Sharing your own verdict and comment below, and let us know if your fantasy adventure lived up the hype for you. If you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check out Percy Jackson and Olympians for other magical coming-of-age story. Be sure to subscribe for more viewers and recommendations or the latest movies. Please subscribe the Movie Master.